Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Hello, Nicki.
Hi, how are you?
You're looking fabulous today, as usual.
You look very fabulous too. What happened here?
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it.
Summertime. Well,
No,
I mean,
you look younger. It made you look like you're 22.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like it.
You can do that again if you want.
I like it. Aw.
Thank you very much. We're going to kind of follow a theme. It's turkey season.
That's right.
She volunteered to climb a mountain with me. It's a mountain, isn't it?
This was a mountain.
And turkey, and I was like, wow.
Took a half hour to get up that mountain.
Oh, yeah. And she says, hey, I'll shoot video. I'm like, okay, all right.
How'd I do?
Now, while we're hunting, one thing you really need to know about Kentucky is it's got the best state parks in the world. Everywhere you go, there's a state park. Now, we were in Carter County, so we could have stayed at Greenbow Lodge, which is nice, but we stayed at Carter Cave State Park. It was actually closer to where we're hunting. Beautiful, wonderful. Make sure, if you want to get away this summer and you don't want to spend a lot of time and a lot of money, but you want to see some beautiful scenery and take your family to a wonderful park, look up Kentucky State Parks. This one again is Carter Caves, one of my favorites, by the way. So here we were hunting turkey.
Go ahead.
Thank goodness they can't smell.
That's right.
Because, you know, if you have any body soaps or anything like deer, they'll get you a million miles away. Turkeys can't smell.
Okay.
But their eyes and their ears. So when the phone goes off and you answer it,
I did answer the phone. Kelly called me.
that's probably not
It was important.
that's probably not the best thing for turkey, but you learned, you turned it off.
Right. And I had too much face. You covered me up.
Too much face.
I could hardly breathe under that thing. And then I took a nap. That was nice.
But we saw plenty of turkeys,
Yeah.
but during this time they were henned up, which means that the tom is with a hen,
Right.
and you can't pull them away.
I
So
learned a lot.
I didn't get to turkey hunt any this year, but guess what? We have freezers.
That's right.
Here's a picture of last year's bird. And while we're filming this, there's still time for me to go out and try, if I get a chance. I've
Right.
had less time to turkey hunt this year than I ever have. But anyway, that being said, we've got some turkey. Beautiful, wonderful,
Yes, we do.
wild meat. We've got some morels. Those two things go hand in hand. When you're walking
Right.
up the mountain, Nicki,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're looking around from side to side, oops, hey, what's that?
Right.
Boom, bam, boom, there you go. It's a
They're delish.
wonderful product of nature that's just out there. Remember the ramps?
Yeah.
Another wonderful thing you
Yeah.
can find this time of year. There's so much stuff. Poke salad, Annie.
That's right. It's a good song.
There's just so much stuff. Edible plants. We did a show not too long ago. We might have to revisit that. There's so much coming up this time of year
Right.
that you can use. Rhubarb. I was visiting with my buddy Robert Prather the other day, who were working on a cool history story.
Yes,
coming
you
up.
are.
Oh,
Yes, you
there's
are.
so much history there. Anyway, look what he brought.
I know. Isn't that beautiful? He said that's over 100 years old. That's been growing.
Yeah, from a patch 100 years
Right.
old. So it just keeps on coming back. This is rhubarb. And tonight we're going to make an old-fashioned recipe.
Something simple.
Something simple. This is your mom's made it, her mom's made it,
Right.
so on and so forth. We're going to make a rhubarb pie, but we're going to do it kind of out of order because we got to get this in the oven. This goes an hour.
Right.
I'm going to do a turkey dinner. Now, if you don't have turkey, you can use chicken.
Right.
Now, last night, it was late. We should have been eating it late, but we were starving. I said, what have we got? So we started pulling some things
You
out of the
did good.
refrigerator. Did you like it?
You did. Yes, that was the best I've ever had.
It's simple. Now, we have not done many stir fries. So this, you know what? You're not supposed to talk about your own stuff. You're not supposed to ring your own
Pretty
bell, but I was very happy with this.
And you know, people want turkey recipes because Lisa's
Yes.
been asking me, what do I
Yes.
do with, she has turkey. What do I do with this
Yes.
turkey? Can't wait. Yeah, this was a good thing to do with turkey.
What'd you give it on a scale from 1 to 10?
15. That was
15.
good. I ate all mine and some of yours.
And I'll tell you what, it was really good.
really good.
And I was bleary-eyed, and I think I can remember how I did it.
You did good.
Just a few things in it, but it's just so tasty. So tasty, so
Was
tasty, so
wonderful.
tasty, so tasty. All right, so we're going to make that. But first, let's get this rhubarb pie going, Miss Farmer.
All right, and I'm going to make homemade dough because I think it's the best.
Absolutely.
You know me, gotta have. This is all we got left of our lard, so we may have to get some pigs. Or we're gonna have to, and I have to use this.
This is our lard,
Yes.
and here's some shots of us rendering it down over an open fire.
And I like a lot of dough when I make this pie, and I want it thick. So I'm gonna use 3 big tablespoons of this.
Okay.
Of the lard, because I love it. And now I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna do about, I got a tablespoon right here. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I like to sweeten it up.
Now, here's the deal. The turkey thing that we're fixing is light.
So this
It's
is bad.
vegetable-y.
Right. This is lots of sugar.
So we're light on the front end, heavy on the back
That's
end.
right. It'll help us sleep.
Yeah. Just
I
load
like-
up those carbs and go night-night.
I like to take my lard. You see, I let it sit out a little, so it's a little. Mix it into my sugar. And I want a bottom crust, and we're going to top a crust too. So we're making a lot. So I actually have 3 cups of flour here.
Self-rising?
Yes. So I got a lot of flour. I like to mix this in a little bit before I pour my water. You're going to be in charge of the water for me. We're going to use almost this whole half cup. Let me get this mixed a little. Go ahead and start giving me some water.
And tell me when to stop.
All right. Let's keep going.
Just in one spot?
It doesn't matter. I know Miss Helen did hers good. But I don't know how she does that
She was
from
doing
the
it with
middle.
oil. That was amazing.
Yeah. I'm not that fancy. I have to use a fork and do this. And that's my grandmother used to make this too. And this is why we're going to put an egg white on top of it and some and more sugar. So we are going to be bad, if that's all right.
Hey, you know what? Dr. Matt said, have your sugar every now and then.
That's right.
Just not every day, all the time. I'm going to have it too. You can't stop me. I'm out of control.
Okay,
Look at my out of control look.
That looks scary. That's
Let
scary.
me see your
look.
out of control look. Whoa! Very similar.
All right, I'm just going to mix this together.
Can I see your out of control look one more time?
No.
Look at the camera and do it. Oh!
It's pretty scary. It's like I saw Glenn. It's like I saw Glenn.
So you want to get that consistency where it kind of binds together.
Yeah, and you can add enough water until you feel like it's comfortable. And I think mine's getting pretty good here. So that I can divide it into 2 balls and we're going to roll it out.
Oh, so that's all your crust.
Yeah,
That's
this is
top
2
and
crusts. That's
bottom.
why it's so much. We got 2 crusts here.
You know, you do the desserts and I just watch and I just get hungry thinking about a
eat 'em.
rhubarb pie. Now something else we're going to put in here. Now you can put, what all can you put in rhubarb? Everybody puts all kinds of stuff in rhubarb.
People put strawberries, they put blueberries, I've seen sour
Peaches.
cream, peaches, oh yeah, anything. This was my mom's recipe, and this is the simple, there's like 4 ingredients. It's just in the main rhubarb pie, it's just sugar, flour, rhubarb, and some butter.
And there's more sugar.
Yeah, more sugar, lots of sugar. I'm gonna divide this up because I only need 1/2 for now. And I'm gonna roll this out for the pie.
All right. You know what? You're good at desserts. You did that. Didn't you make cakes
I used to make wedding cakes.
back in the 30s?
That's right, in the 30s. When any of our kids get married or close friends, in fact, we got a wedding coming up.
Yeah,
one
but I
of our
mean, way
close friends.
back you did it professionally back
I
in the
did,
day.
but not anymore. Now it's just for the family and close friends. We do it. This is a lot of work.
Yeah, it's too much work.
You've helped me
And
deliver
it
it.
messes the kitchen up something awful.
And delivering a cake's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I helped you with one time.
You did.
I put some stuff on it.
You did. And you helped me. Remember, you drove ahead so nobody would hit me. You were afraid someone would hit me, and then there goes the whole
Gave me
wedding.
an escort.
That's right. You were my escort. I'm just gonna keep flipping this. And I think homemade dough is the best.
Oh, it is. Especially with lard. Any kind of pastry or any kind of baking, lard just makes a difference in the world. And if you want to go and figure out how to render your own lard, go to our YouTube, TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com. It shows YouTube.
All right, I'm ready for my pie shell.
All right.
In fact, what I'm gonna do is lift this up, and I'll have you put that right underneath. How's that?
Oh, I'll see what you know. How about that? You look like you've done this before, Ms.
Yeah,
Brown.
a couple times. This is pretty thick, so I can pull it around, which is nice. All right, I'm nothing fancy, but we're gonna cover this up. Now, the filling, this is the easy part.
You know what? That's kind of, it looks kind of like celery. You don't think about, I would have thought you'd had to put this in some kind of food processor and really smash it up. But you don't. You just cut up
Right.
little pieces and it cooks down at those
Yes, it
higher
does.
temperatures.
Now we're gonna take a cup, this is the bad stuff, 1 1/3 cups of sugar, and we're gonna add 1/3 cup of flour to that. And that's gonna be our main innards of this. I'm just gonna kind of mix this up together. And that's all. Think about apple pie, how you just make an apple pie and you just throw sugars and brown sugar and cinnamon and the juices from that. So the juices from this rhubarb,
Cook down that sugar.
yeah. So I'm just gonna coat the bottom. So I'm gonna put about 1/4 of this mixture with flour. And now, what we need is about 4 cups of rhubarb cut in pieces. So this is gonna be my little measuring container. So this recipe actually calls for 4 cups of rhubarb, but if you don't want it to bubble over in your stove, maybe do about 3 1/2. We'll be careful. So look at this beautiful
That's
rhubarb.
a lot of rhubarb.
Yes. And
Robert.
Robert actually looks like he washed this. Looks good. I rewashed it, but it looks perfect. Like he cleaned it all up for us. So now what we're gonna do is just cut this. You see how it's red and green? Some of them are pure red. Some
It's
are,
like Christmas.
yeah.
It's funny how that consistency of almost celery can turn into a wonderful, almost gelled filling, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Kind of like your mom's mock apple pie. Remember that?
That's true.
All right. Can I steal this over here?
Yes, you can.
And I'm gonna start loading this in until we get about 3 1/2 cups. Probably it'll do us. And it's just rhubarb.
I think these are some of the best gifts in the world. When somebody stops by, it's such a little thing, but somebody hands you like some fresh honey.
Oh, yeah.
Or some fresh eggs, or some ramps, or some mushrooms. What better
How
thing
fun.
could you? To me, I'd rather have that than silver and gold.
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. I'll take the silver and gold too.
If somebody wants to drop off silver and gold. All right. Now usually I just pour this in, but you thought, you had a great idea, which you always do. You said, let's take some of this wonderful jelly, and it's
just called
strawberry.
fresh strawberry topping.
And have you got a spoon over there?
I do. Right here.
I'm gonna use half of this. Let's add that to our.
So that's just like 2 tablespoons?
Yeah.
2 and a half?
Some people put strawberries in, so we're putting in strawberry jam.
This is an old-fashioned deal. I don't like old-fashioned deals.
All right, this looks pretty good. So it's kind of got the jelly mixed in. So I'm gonna pour this in, probably not all of it.
Now, who would think that that turns into what it turns into?
All right, see all this? I know it's a lot, but this, so you think about it, it's mainly sugar mixing in with this rhubarb.
But you know what? Rhubarb has a quality about it. It sucks the calories out. So
Does it?
every little piece of rhubarb sucks 122 calories out.
Wow, I didn't know
So basically, there's going to be no calories in here, and actually you can eat this and lose 26 pounds
I cannot
in 2
wait
weeks.
to eat it. So let's add some butter to this. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put little thin little slices all over this
It's
pie.
not like we're going to eat the whole pie. We'll probably just half of it, right?
Yeah, unless you get a hold of it. I'm gonna set this aside and make the top crust.
All right. Let me just pull it out of
Yes,
here.
thank you. A little bit of flour, can you give me? Thank you.
Just
throw a little bit
pour it
on
on
here.
top,
Throw it in
on the
here.
board?
Yeah, thank you.
I knew that.
You're good at this. My grandmother made everything homemade. She would have never bought a pie shell, even though sometimes it's nice.
You know what, Nicki? Lard, right?
Yes, lard.
Lard, I can't explain. It does something magic.
It's got the best
The
taste.
dough.
I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna have you slide that pie underneath like we did last
right.
time. And see how I don't do a perfect pie. Some people do, but you know you can. With
Hey, this is country
pie dough,
cooking.
you can.
This
Fix,
is country kitchen.
that's why you can fix anything.
We're not artsy.
That's right. So we're just gonna make this, and here
You
I got.
happy?
Yep, I got extra piece
So
here.
you're
over
just
here.
attaching it together
Yes.
and squeezing it down. Hey, you want to make it pretty?
Yep.
I'll just make it.
Just tuck it in, and we're gonna take a fork and try to kind of make it pretty. You'll see. All right, here's what we're gonna get fancy. Some people have fancy little things for the pies. We're just gonna go around the edges with this. See how fancy I'm being?
That's amazing.
Isn't that fancy?
Your skills are
I know.
outstanding. I'm all about what it tastes like. I don't care about much. Well, you want it to look pretty.
Right.
But that looks pretty. It looks country, Nicki.
Okay, we're gonna make slits.
We're going to vent it.
We're gonna vent it out here. All right, and we've done that. Now if you'd hand me that egg and that little bowl that was in. This is something my grandmother always did. So I gotta do this. She always took egg white.
Should I be preheating the oven?
Yes, you should.
To
425.
425.
All right.
All right, got some egg white here.
Right?
She just always put it on top. That's
Makes it brown.
Yeah, browns it up and gives it like a little glossy.
Sheen.
Yeah. And do we have more sugar over there?
Yes.
Now
We
we're
got
gonna,
plenty of sugar.
all right, here's what we're gonna do to make it even better. You gotta coat it with sugar. I mean, this is kind of a, yeah, this is perfect. We're being really bad. All right, ta-da, that's it.
What are they going to do? Make us go to bed early?
That's right. So now we're gonna go 425 for 15 minutes, then we're gonna turn it down to 350 for the last 45. So we gotta
Right.
watch it.
All right, we're going to take our turkey.
That's some good looking meat, isn't it?
That is some great looking meat. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into sections. Turkey meat can be a little tough when it's wild. You think about the difference between a domestic turkey and a wild turkey. Their legs are almost hard as rock. Why? You think about old domestic turkey. He sits
Just hang
on the barn
out.
all day
That's
long,
right.
gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gets
This
fed.
guy's running
right.
constantly. The legs, usually you have to cook them in a pressure cooker. A lot of people just breast them out and take that. Even the breast is a little bit tougher, but man, it tastes
so good.
It's fantastic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these pieces. I'm going to take these strips and lay them out. Now you think about stir fry. You just want a bite-sized piece of meat. Now they're going to shrink down just a little bit, but it pays to have a good edge on the knife.
Let me take these away over here in the bowl.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is cut a few more, and then I'm just going to hand it off to you.
All right.
Now look at that meat. It's a little bit
Looks-
darker than a turkey breast.
I like dark
Oh, the taste on this. The taste. See where we're going?
I do.
So it's a little different meat, but it's absolutely wonderful. If you don't have any, chicken, turkey,
That's right.
whatever you want to use. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to take some cornstarch, Miss Farmer.
Okay.
We're good to go on the 425 degrees. I'm gonna just sprinkle this in here, if you don't mind scooping and gooping. We're gonna go until we just start to see that we've got a little bit of a coating on them there. I'd say a couple tablespoons, wouldn't you?
Yeah, at least.
Now we come back with salt.
Mix it a little for you again. All right.
This is the only pepper container we had that Glenn didn't get a hold of.
Yay.
You gotta watch him.
You do.
You gotta watch him. You know, he's a great guy.
Yes,
he
he
just
is.
got that thing about pepper. You remember when we were on the cruise and he said, Tim, there's only one thing you need to do.
He did.
He said, put more pepper on everything.
Yeah, whatever. He said the opposite, and you never forgot.
I love them. They're good people. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little oil in here. Now, I'm just using olive oil because tonight it's all about the healthy food.
You're being healthy on your side. That's right. Your side's healthy.
What I'm cooking is fairly healthy. We're gonna cook these things in segments. We're gonna cook a little bit of this. We're gonna set this aside. We're gonna cook some of this, set it aside. That way, at the end, we put it all back together, reheat it, put the wet ingredients and spices in, and you get something. Now, I would like to have double the amount of broccoli we got, but we got really hungry last night.
We ate almost all of it.
So whatever we're doing here, you need double the amount of broccoli.
You ready?
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our turkey going. You want a fairly hot skillet. You want to get that nice and brown.
It smells good.
Oh, it does. You're gonna get it very well cooked. Remember, this is wild game. So we're gonna get that going. Then I'm gonna have you, if you will, Mrs. Farmer, cut about a, I don't know, 2/3 to a whole medium onion. Cut those about fingernail size. And we're gonna take our pepper and we're gonna cut that at about the same size. I would say half of that green pepper. We're gonna cut our carrots lengthwise and thin. Then we're gonna saute the onion and the pepper together.
Okay.
All right. Now once we get the turkey set aside and the peppers and onions, we set those all off.
Okay.
Then we come back with our broccoli and a little bok choy.
Yum.
We found some of that at the store. Now the bok choy and the broccoli and the carrots, just lightly. I want them to retain
Carrots in
their
too?
fat. Yep. These three right here, just a light turn. A light turn. Also, morel mushrooms.
Those are nice.
The season's almost over, but man, oh man, aren't we lucky to have some more of those? We're gonna take those and we're gonna do that with some garlic.
Okay.
In butter.
Oh, yum.
Okay, just to give it that taste. I'm just gonna have these till they start to wilt just a little bit because I want that consistency. I don't want them to be all mushy. I want them to have that mushroom consistency. All right, and there you have it, Mrs. Farmer. You know what this means?
Put it all
It's
together.
all coming together. I'm gonna put the turkey, the onions, and the peppers in here. I'm gonna put these last.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you put those in there. That's got a little bit of butter in there too. Ooh, are you kidding me? I'm gonna bring these in very last. And one more thing we put in here last night, just for extra added protein, just to pretty it up, and all the taste and the consistency.
Cashews are so good.
Well, cashews, yes please. And we come back with some soy sauce. And try to kind of spread this evenly out through there. Probably 2 tablespoons. Let's go ahead and put some red pepper flakes in there. It had just a little heat, just enough that you like it. You don't like it real hot.
Yeah, I like the color of this.
I'm gonna put just enough to like sprinkle over the top,
Yeah.
just to give it a little heat. I'm gonna come up with my peanut sauce, and I'm gonna come across the top, and I'm just gonna drizzle across the top like that.
All right.
A little dab will do
Yeah.
you. Absolutely love it, especially for this. One more ingredient. You remember what I forgot?
I do.
What is it?
Honey.
You're right. Just to sweeten that up. Now you could cook this over rice, but with the carbs we got going on behind us, I think we'll skip the rice tonight. I don't want that to sit on that heat any longer. It's time.
Serve it
Let's
up.
go ahead and dip that out. You know what? This was just, what have we got in our freezer? What have we got in our refrigerator?
What a great way to make turkey. Very good. Delish.
So, Mrs. Farmer, while it's still warm,
Wow.
let's have a piece of that pie. Would you look at this? Oh, look at the steam coming out. Are you kidding me? That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
A little chunk of
I'm gonna
ice cream
taste it.
there doesn't hurt anything either.
Boy, that sweetens right up, doesn't it? Wow.
I love this stuff.
That's good. It's like Mom used to make. Wow. That is amazing.
That's kind of silly.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
You want to feed all that?
Don't mind.
I mean, the whole pile? That was a show out of what we had in the freezer.
Right.
It's a timely thing. Rhubarb's up, turkey season, mushrooms are up, morels are up. We put all this together really quickly and had a wonderful meal.
Yeah.
You know what? If you see these recipes and you say, hey, I wish there were more out there like that, are there, Mrs. Farmer?
There are. If you go to timfarmerscountryKitchen.com.
And if you do that, look for shows. It's on YouTube.
Right.
Hit subscribe. Anytime something new comes out, we'll let you know.
Right.
Also, our Facebook page. It's a lot of fun, but it's not easy to get on.
No, it's not.
What do you gotta do?
You hit like.
You're kidding me.
No, you hit like.
Hit like. And you know what, Mrs. Farmer? Before anything gets any cooler,
I'm ready.
it's time to eat. Half hour's gone. So it's all about
Good times,
good friends.
and good eats. I don't know which. Do a little bit of both.
Let's do it both.
Okay.
Bring it up here. See you next week with a brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
To order a cookbook, email timfarmerck@gmail.com.